Is liberty dying where you live? Escape to Keene at freekeene.com.
With that, old business, military recruitment and counter-recruitment.
Yeah, our attorney, Mr. Wrigley, has drafted a statement. If it's okay, I'd like to read.
Yes.
When military recruiters are at Keene High School at career-oriented events, the Free State Group claims to have a legal right to set up a counter-recruitment table intended to discourage a military career. That is a misreading of state and federal laws which offer the same on-campus recruiting opportunities to representatives of the armed forces as public high school offer to non-military recruiters. In other words, the law establishes a duty for the school board to allow for military recruitment, but there is no duty to allow for anti-military recruitment. Those of us old enough to recall the anti-military bias resulting from the Vietnam War might better understand the origins and purpose of the law establishing this duty. In turn, it is optional for the board to allow a counter-military recruitment table, and I would argue that colleges and other employers present at career-oriented events do, in fact, offer an alternative to a military career.
Okay. Any other comments to that statement?
Unless you have questions.
Questions? Seeing none, then we'll move on to new business. Is there any new business? Seeing none, public input.
So, if I understood correctly, counter-recruiting, did you guys read the NYCLU information that I provided you? Did you have any comments on that?
The only comment that we saw on that is that it was non-binding. Right?
The Supreme Court decisions that made it very clear that if one interest group is able to present something to students, that another interest group also has to be allowed to do that?
The material you gave us, correct me if I'm wrong, gentlemen. It's weird to have to say gentlemen, and not have any other people here. Clearly state at the bottom that there was only sections of the country that was binding, and not in New England. The closest was
New York.
New York. Thank you.
Very
we appreciate your you bringing this forward, though. I mean,
I'll certainly be in touch with New Hampshire Peace Action and see what they think about this, because as I understand it, the Manchester School Board had to be sued to allow counter-recruiting tables into their schools. And I just think it's a shame that that's the direction this has to go.
I know, and we hear what you're saying, and Chris.
I have a clarification, one for Wayne. If I read the laws and I listened to what our lawyer said, is a career day, it would be open to any organization that wanted to provide career opportunities, whether it could be Greenpeace or Sierra Club or any, but they would have to be offering jobs, internships, or education. So the career day is about anybody who has the ability to offer jobs or education, not as a counter to anybody else.
Yeah.
Correct.
Right.
And your attorney is suggesting that by having more than one option, you do have a counter to any particular single program, which is what you have to have under law.
Okay. Just a point of clarification, how often are military recruiters in the high school?
I turn to you.
I'm not sure.
I would say probably no more than a half a dozen times a year.
How many career days are there each year?
Would you like me to answer?
Yes.
We did not have one this year, but we had one the year before.
So if there's not one in this last year and the military recruiters are there 6 times a year, how is it that anybody who has a message counter to joining the military and dying in some foreign land actually is able to get that out to the students?
I think that you have to be careful, and I understand what you're saying, but you have to be careful on how you portray it. We're saying that this policy with career opportunities, you'll have an opportunity, whether it's through AmeriCorps, Peace Corps, whatever else it is, that there's other opportunities aside from, or college or tech school or whatever it may be. not what I'm hearing you say is that it's not a counter argument to it. There's counter opportunities to it. Yes.
And I think your attorney would also argue that the college representatives that come in almost every day in Keene High School are counter-military as well.
Mm-hmm.
Are they military veterans, those people that are coming in here? Because that's what we're talking about, would be having military veterans come in and talk to students about the reality behind joining the military, unlike the pitch that they're getting from what are essentially military salespeople that have been known to tell many lies to young people to get them to join the military. From what I'm hearing you say, you actually have nothing that actually offers information specifically counter to the military. You're talking about other opportunities.
Other life opportunities. They're offering a career opportunity that does put people in peril. We agree with that. But there's many people that's where they want to go. That's what they want to do. And so what we're saying is if we're allowing others to come in to say there's other opportunities to do other choices in life. And up until this year, we had Job Fest, which was separate from where we actually brought employers in and had people there that people could actually apply for jobs. And if they weren't going to college, they weren't going to the military, and because of funding cuts, Job Fest went away. And that was we had done that for 7 years, and we had probably from Keene High about 130 students go to it, and because it was a mass of many students coming from all over. All students had the opportunity and were told about it.
Well, I just have to say that I hope this new program results in more competition between your schools, and I hope that you can get more competitive and offer more things to students so you can retain them and actually get new students into your school. Hopefully that'll add a new spirit of competition into all this, because I think that's healthy. And hopefully at some point students will be exposed to information counter to this. I understand, Chris, that you're saying that some students want to join the military. Maybe that's because they've only seen movies and they've never actually talked to somebody who's been over there.
I can't say why, but I understand what you're saying. And I also, at some point, if you'd like to, we have certain clubs here that you could be made aware of that actually talk about other alternatives to war. We have the monks that come in from Tibet.
Free Tibet.
And we have some other things here in the school that
I'd like to know more about that.
Yeah.
At another time.
Yeah.
If Mr. Gurney would like to get me that information.
Yeah, we could.
It's right on our website.
Off the top of my head, I don't know what they are, but I know that there are some certain things that preach nonviolent, ways to work towards a resolution.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, thank you.
We'd like to invite you to visit freekeene.com. FreeKeene.com features audio, video, and blogs chronicling the transition to a voluntary society. FreeKeene.com also has comments and discussion forums so you can be heard. FreeKeene.com.
I should be in Keene, New Hampshire with the Free Staters.